it's your friendly neighborhood soup lady Caroline here, and I'm gonna show you my Irish stew today. It's kind of like a good spring recipe. It's kind of like those British, cold weather stews, just without the big chunks of meat. I think that the chunky vegetables are the best part anyway. This is a really cool recipe. Gets a little weird at places, but just hang with me. I'll show you how to work it. So it starts off with a base of onion and celery. And then it has a bunch of really, really tasty root vegetables. We've got some giant carrots, a rutabaga, a turnip, a white sweet potato, and we have some buckwheat groats, which are really cool because they're actually a complete protein. Didn't know if you knew that. They're just the whole seed of a buckwheat plant. That's sort of related to rhubarb. It's delicious. It makes a little bit like lovely and nubbly. And then it's finished with some chopped parsley. It also has some other ingredients in it that kind of make a fake Marmite situation. And I'm also treating it a little bit like the bouillon. You make a caramel out of agave or golden syrup, also called treacle, which is very Irish of you, with some nutritional yeast. And then you stop the caramel with some vegan Worcestershire and some cider vinegar and water. But I'll show you how to get that done, and that starts at the beginning of the recipe. So let's do it. So this is my originally dry pan with the agave nectar in it. The recipe is actually written to do in the same pot that you make the soup in, but I was afraid that because my pots are dark, you wouldn't be able to see it well. So we just have the agave sort of working in there, and I'm gonna add this nutritional yeast and stir it together. It's gonna go really fast because we are making this caramel and we're toasting this yeast. So it's gonna become a really nice dark color. I told you, it's weird. And I'm gonna add a big pinch of pepper and salt, and I'm gonna add my 2 fresh bay leaves. Normally I wouldn't stir a caramel, but this one's kind of different, you'll see. I got this idea from Thai recipes I've made before, where you make a caramel for sort of flavor bases of their sauces and various things, and I was trying to come up with something that could add depth to a meatless Irish stew. And this is what I came up with. It's pretty sweet, but because of the toasting and because of the nutritional yeast and because we stop the caramel with the Worcestershire and cider vinegar, it's not too sweet. It's delightful. See, it bubbles up nicely. It's getting much darker. I'm still gonna let it go a little bit. And how dark you let it go is really up to you. Even if it got kind of on the burn side, it wouldn't be bad. It would actually be lovely. It smells nice and toasty. It's just a couple of minutes here. Oh, see, yep, we're getting some delightful little patches of a darker brown that I'm just stirring in here. And it's leaving traces on the bottom of the skillet. But again, this could be done in the pot. It's just that my pots are black and you wouldn't be able to see. So now we're getting to this very, very dark, like a rich color. And I'm just going to turn off the heat because it'll still cook a little bit, residual heat. I'm gonna stir in this Worcestershire sauce to stop it, as well as this cider vinegar. It'll give you a really big blast of kind of a savory blast in your face. Here we go, I'm just stirring this together. And then actually I add a cup of water to dissolve the caramel that we just made. And then if this was my pot, what I would be doing is, again, stirring this all together, dissolve the caramel, blah, blah, blah. But then pouring it off back into this measuring cup and rinsing out my pot and then wiping it dry. That's what I'm going to do off the screen. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. Now I have this nice hot pan, ta-da, it's so clean. And I have my caramel mixture here set aside, my watery caramel mixture, delightful. And I'm just gonna add quite a bit of oil, about a 1/4 cup, to this nice hot pan. And I'm going to saute my aromatics, which is just a friendly chopped onion, just one. and some celery. Season it with some salt and pepper. And we're just gonna cook this until it's nice and tender. It's like very soft. A little bit browned is okay, but this is gonna take a few minutes, stirring occasionally. All right, so we're back in. My onion is nice and tender and glossy. And so now what I'm going to do is basically add everything else. I'm going to add in start with our caramel liquid and including the bay leaves that we put in there. And we've got this, the toasted nutritional yeast is kind of at the bottom, so I'm gonna just add that in there. So that's a lovely base. I'm gonna add those groats. The only thing that waits till the end is our chopped parsley. So I have a couple of thyme sprigs here. And we have our peeled carrot in nice big chunks. Here's our rutabaga, this nice yellow one. So I'm actually just gonna add all of this at the same time. And this is the white sweet potato and this is the turnip. So we're just gonna add all of the veggies all at the same time, along with our water and a nice big pinch of salt and pepper, but we'll get there in a second. Since we're now diluting all of that lovely flavor that we built, that nice, and it's 6 cups. So it's just gonna cover all those vegetables. Give it a little bit of a stir to further dissolve that caramel. We're just gonna bring it to a boil. Add that salt and pepper I said that I was going to. So now I'm just covering it, bringing it to a boil. Then I'm going to uncover it, reduce it to a simmer until all of the vegetables are tender, which is about like 20 minutes. There are no beans in this one, so it cooks really fast. All right, so as we can see, I just turned the heat off. It's nice and sort of, like I said, nubbly. Got a little bit of texture there. I'm gonna go ahead and add this chopped parsley. I know it seems like it's adding a garnish of fresh herbs. It doesn't feel like, I often don't feel like it does very much, but in this recipe it really does. It helps balance out that sort of caramel mixture. And there's some like earthy tones in there with the groats, so I highly recommend it. Don't skip it. This is it. This is our finished soup with our beautiful chunky vegetables. And I'm gonna give it a taste now, even though it is probably very, very hot. Is what it looks like. And we'll season to taste with salt, pepper, and cider vinegar, just like that was in it originally. Really, really good. Can use some cider vinegar and some salt and pepper. Just a touch. All right, let me taste it one more time, and then I'll make myself a bowl. That's perfect. I love all of these vegetables. Perfect. Where it's like just the end of winter. Get one more really, really good winter soup in there. Irish stew is perfect for that. Take another taste. Very hot. And you can see that the veggies are nice and tender, but not like falling apart. That's how I like it. Yum. It's gonna be very hot. Not possible to eat yet. Hot. So good. Yum. So you can find this recipe for Irish stew on page 44 of my Seconds cookbook, which you can find at my store on my website, slurpsoupclub/merch. You'll see it there, my Soup Club merch hub. Follow me on Instagram at Slurp Soup Club and come back here every week. Hit like and subscribe. I share all of my favorite soup recipes through my soup season. Hope to see you next week.